all in this space, but come closer.
I'm close to this heater.
This is the first scene from 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Where all the apes come down.
It's also the last scene where the last scene where he makes it to the bedroom.
How have you been? I'm sorry. My vision is really bad, so whenever I see people, I'm like, damn, this could be.
He's dead. Yeah. Everybody knows everybody's shit. This is wild.
This is our backpack.
Yeah, I just got
Is the
it.
backpack connected to the monolith?
Our backpack is the monolith.
That shit look heavy.
It is heavy. The rowing machine in the other room is like for training to lift this. Live condition. Yo, thank you all for coming and being here.
Of course.
What's
I'll
up?
run it and grab something from the other room for 1 second.
Sure.
Thank you.
Be careful.
I will.
This is our first time doing progress in our bedroom, so this is very special. We founded this company in our bedroom, and we've been operating just as a hermit, working on utilities, and then slowly sharing them more and more. But this is the first time bringing everyone actually into Alpha, so this is very special and sentimental for us, and it means a lot that all y'all are here. Some of y'all know about what AWL does. Some of y'all came here because a friend just invited you in the beginning, even though that stuff was difficult stuff. So we put out music, and the first song that we ever put out is a song called Oatmeal. And the day that that song came out was also the same day that our lease ran out in New York. So the first day that we were a public artist, we were homeless. Our music got on the fader the first day. We didn't know where we were sleeping that night, and that was the beginning of our public career. And then we would produce an album from our backpack, using only what would fit in our backpack, while sleeping on people's floors and traveling just out of the kindness of people taking us in. And we would put out that album on the internet. That's Utility 001 Circle Triangle. And we would negotiate with labels for, in total we'd be homeless for 2 years during the creation of the album and the negotiation. And it's just a period of time where you're learning how to put sound and color together so that it puts food in your mouth, and you're figuring out how you're going to make a life for yourself doing what you love here, and we would go to these label meetings. They take you out to a nice dinner or something, and they would give you a contract. They would be bullshit contract, numbers way too low, and you'd be like, this is way too low. You hand it back to them, and then you go sleep on your friend's floor. And you just did that. And we just did that until we won. We signed for what was more money than we had seen in our life ever at that time, and we put some of the best equipment in the world in a bedroom, and we just told this label we're going to build Alpha, we're going to build a base, we're going to make all of our records from a bedroom. We think some of the greatest contributions to humanity, especially artistically, are going to come from bedrooms for our generation. But it's not just music. It's some of the best albums will be made in bedrooms. Some of the most important paintings from this era are going to be made from people just painting in their own personal spaces. Some of the most important software is going to be made by people with a laptop in a bedroom. Some of the most important works are going to come from us in our spaces, just working with what we have. And we formed this base so that we could have a place where we would be vulnerable. Studios are meant to be so perfect and clean in a way that, for us, we start off our most honest when we're in our room, and then we put up all these walls when we leave. And so we just figured if you bring the nicest mics you can into the place where there are no walls, you get a more realistic record that's useful for all of us. And so we built Alpha, and we got in here and we shut our door. We just, on some real hermit shit, we were in a really low place at that time after 2 years without a home, and just kind of stayed here, rehabilitated ourselves. And then our label that signed us right around when we were finishing Utility 002, I Love You, they decided to, that they were done with the label system, and the label that signed to us left their label. Which is like, you know, and it meant that, you know, contractually they couldn't take the artists with them. And so something happened to us that does not happen. It's like a 1 in a million thing, but it happened to us. We got let out of our contract. We got our masters back. We got our publishing back. The advance that the label paid us to make Alpha, we didn't have to pay back. And so after like 2 years of not having a home, after making the most vulnerable record, which sounds nothing like the record we made before, we were able to keep the record we made, and we were able to keep Alpha, and have a new start. And we're very aware that this does not just happen, and we're very grateful. And we wanted to make sure that what we did with that opportunity was something that creates change. So we started our own company. We formed AWL. We deploy utilities for emotional endurance from Alpha with love. Alpha is our bedroom.